I'm fixing to do that. I want, Mr. Briggs, I'm getting a little nuts, so he's excused from the meeting. I should have done that at the end of, whatever we had. Item 7A is, I declare a public hearing to receive comments regarding the development of community development block grant neighborhood revitalization CDBG-NR program application. Anyone here to speak? I declare the public hearing closed. Item B, I declare a public hearing open to receive comments regarding proposed 2019-2020 appropriations from economic development activities. Anyone here to speak on that? If not, I declare the public hearing closed. I declare a public hearing open to receive comments regarding the proposed 2019-20 budget. Anyone here to speak on that? I declare the public hearing closed. 8, following consulting planner, Ryan Cox, project manager. Update regarding Hurricane Matthew hazard mitigation grant process.
Come to the close session.
Nope, not quite there.
All right, so, thank you for having me tonight. I guess at the last meeting, there were a lot of questions about what the status was of our, of the project from Hurricane Matthew, so I was asked to give a, pretty comprehensive update. With the hazard mitigation grant program, that's a FEMA funded program that, pays for the acquisition, purchase, buyout program, elevation of houses and reconstruction. We'll be talking about acquisition projects tonight in closed session. They're moving forward. Hopefully have those purchased and closed out by August, September timeframe. Elevations, we have engineers are working on the design work of the new foundation for one home. The other one is probably dropping out and moving into a different program. Reconstruction. We had 2 of the reconstruction projects have requested to move to acquisition. That had to be advertised in the newspaper twice in 30 days, public notice, and then a letter was written and sent to the state North Carolina Emergency Management. They have in turn sent another letter requesting that we can the project be changed to acquisition by FEMA. They have 30 to 45 days to get us an answer back on that. There's also some reviews that have to be done at the federal level regarding environmental and historic preservation before they can make that determination. As soon as they get that completed, they'll send that back to us and then we can move forward with acquisition. At this time, I do not see any issues with it going from a reconstruction to an acquisition. The Disaster Recovery Act program, that is state funds from the Disaster Recovery Acts of 16, 17, and 18. We currently we have 6 units total in that right now. 4 of those were contracted, or the contracts have been awarded, and we've signed contracts between the homeowner and the contractor to get work started on. One of them is actually completed as of today. The second round of proposals, we'll be talking about that in just a minute. We had a second round that needed to go out for rebid, and one that we bidded initially. So that's coming in just a minute. We have one that's decided to withdraw. I can't, I'm having some issues getting a hold of the lady. She's out of Kelly, and she says that her son paid for the work to already be done. So we're not sure. I can't get her on the phone. So I'm trying to make contact with her, and then I'll go from there. We are seeking additional homeowner applications. Right now, we've contracted about right at $200,000. I think once we get all 6 of the properties done, it'll be around $250,000 to $300,000. So that leaves us about $500,000, give or take, in the budget to do some additional homes. We are seeking additional homeowner applications. I do know that it's on the Bladen County EM's Facebook page. It's, they've notified the local volunteer fire departments. Hard copies have been placed around the county, such as Kelly General Store, the warehouse, and some other churches. We've also notified the case manager, the individual assistance case managers, long-term recovery group, and survivor support group is passing them out as well. Hazard Mitigation Disaster Recovery Act, this is the funds that we're using to do reconstruction on some of the homes in Bladen County. We have 4 properties that are approved. We've moved through the title work and the surveys. They've been completed, and we're in the process of developing the scope of work to put out for bid. I got a couple of appointments on Wednesday to finalize those, and then we'll move forward with that. Pending any questions, that's all I have on the update.
Let me ask one.
Yes, sir.
How many homes that you guys are looking at that need assistance? I'm trying to figure, is it 40 houses, 30 houses? How many houses in this process that we're looking at? I heard 4, I heard this, how many is there? So the flood damage is 19 homes that you see that can be revitalized or restructured?
It's 19 homes that have already been approved for some grant program.
Okay, but my question I'm asking, do you guys have an idea of how many exist that needs? Because I heard some people say in my house, I talked to a gentleman say his house is in an area and they were saying they would not let him build back his house because where he was at. How many homes do we have that's totally affected that you can't rehab and they're gonna have to relocate, or they won't let them put back? Has anybody given that number?
The only way I'm able to know what we have is through the application process. So anyone that is in need needs to fill out an application over at the EM's office. Tammy Keshler is working over there right now, and I'm not sure what Marbella's last name is, but the 2 of them can, or Greg Elkins, can help get a application to folks, and then we can, at that point, we can take a look at it and see what we can or can't do. Somebody being able to, I'd love to find out who you're talking about, so I can give them a call and see, because I do have additional monies that we're trying to spend.
Okay, the reason I'm saying, the reason I asked the lady, is the lady, gentleman talked to me about his home. Then the lady called me and said that she had requested money for Matthew, and then she had done some repairs to her house herself. Then the next storm came through, and she's trying to figure out where can she get assistance. And they're saying, well, you're in the Matthew application. She said, well, I'll repair some of it through Matthew, but then the next storm came through. She said, now they tell me they won't pay me for certain things. Who does she go to?
Yes, sir. It's with some of these programs are very they refer to duplication of benefits.
Yeah.
And duplication benefits is where FEMA paid for rental assistance. Somebody was out of their house, and they were paying rental assistance, but they didn't use the money for what they were supposed to use the money for. Then that would come off the top of whatever they were doing. So if she was getting bought out, that would, say she received $5,000 in rental assistance and didn't have any receipts or proof that she used it for rental assistance, then $5,000 would automatically come off of her offer.
Would that be for the next storm or for the Matthew storm? Which storm would she need to be trying to file against? But she said the same damage came through the last storm.
Right.
We damaged the home. So which one did she file on? Matthew or?
The grant programs cover both. So it depends on, as long as she's got an application in, we can figure out somewhere to help her.
Okay. So
I'm pretty savvy with the duplication of benefits stuff, so
Okay.
I can.
Dr. Off.
Mr. Cox, my question, I know it says about Matthew, but you're saying it covers Florence as well.
Depends on which program we're talking about.
These 19 people, what program are they on?
That's a mix of programs.
Oh,
Yeah, so everything, programs are, all started with Matthew. But the hazard mitigation program is the one from FEMA, which is, the acquisitions, elevations, and reconstructions. Those are Matthew. Those are Hurricane Matthew projects. Okay. The other projects, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of 19 are Hurricane Matthew FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program projects. Okay. The other 11 would be most likely Matthew impacted, but also Florence impacted.
I will give you a couple names from Kelly. One, they don't wanna move. They started repairs already, and their name did not show up. But I've asked them to go to Brad and talk to him about Mr. Alvin's. I don't know if they did, but I'll give him his name. And the other one, they have not gotten any help at all. And I think they're the same ones who came to us, to the board, complaining, they needed some help. So I'll have to give their names to.
As long as give us the names, and we'll do whatever we can to help them.
Mr. Cox, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you know of anybody, they need to go do an application.
Yes, sir.
And then, once they do the application, they can follow up with you or Greg,
Yes, sir.
and that would be the process.
Yes, sir.
So you got to have names, you can't say I talked to someone, you got to have names.
Yes, sir. I need a full application filled out.
Right,
I
okay.
think they
So,
Mr. Chairman,
yeah, I mean, we can get you some copies out.
It's both.
I just got one question, Mr. Cox. Have any residences been fully completed?
Yes, sir. One was completed last week.
That's all, there's one since,
Yes, sir.
all right, thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Okay, are we through, Mr. Cox, going to B, right?
Yes, sir.
Entertain a motion to consider approving Hurricane Matthew DRA rehabilitation project contractor recommendations. Pleasure of the board.
Is he gonna give a report on that? Or-
Well, we can get a motion, or you want that question asked?
I don't have a
I'll
question.
make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Trigger, second by Mr. Gooden, any discussion? No.
One last thing, there's one question I'm trying to ask, to make sure I understand. When I see all these houses with tops still on top of them, all over the place, are they eligible to get any assistance from you guys? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
So they can apply if they need roofs. I know a lot of people, they can't afford roofs to go on their house. So they got big tops on the houses. The houses get down worse. There is a fill out application, they are eligible to apply to see if some funds are available.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanna make sure.
Back to item B, any questions on item B? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That's Mr.
Yes, sir.
Cox. Motion to table the revenue department, motion by Mr. Gooden, second by Mr. Codjo, any discussion? That's 9ABC, okay? All right, all in favor say aye. All opposed? Okay, got, quite a few advisory board appointments for June 17th. Please look over those and let's get some names in. Item 11 is, county manager calendar report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to briefly review the calendar with you for the months of June and July. And it looks like a busy couple months. Tomorrow, the Bladen County Ministerial Association meets at 8:30 a.m. at the hospital. On Thursday at 6 p.m., the Bladen County Committee of 100 annual dinner will be held at the Cape Fear Vineyard here in Elizabethtown. Just want to remind you, there's a budget meeting at 9 a.m. here in the courthouse on Friday the 7th. On Monday the 10th at 3 p.m., the State Employees Credit Union dormitory dedication ceremony will be held at the FFA camp at White Lake. You all are invited to that. Also that evening at 5:30, the Health and Human Services Advisory Committee meets. On Tuesday the 11th at 10 a.m., there's also a budget meeting scheduled for here at the courthouse. On Thursday the 13th at 7 p.m., the Bladen County Fire Association meeting will be held at the Kelly Fire Department. The board meets on the 17th at 6:30 p.m. On Tuesday, the 18th, at 6:30 PM, the Elizabethtown White Lake Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Dinner will be held at Blue Mill Vineyard. On Thursday, the 20th, from 6 until 9, the Sunset Jams Concert Series will take place at Golston's Beach. And also, I want to remind you, just on Wednesdays, you'll see at 5:30, the Diabetes Forums continue at Baldwin Branch Missionary Baptist Church. On Tuesday, the 25th, the Municipal and County Association of Bladen meeting will be held at the White Lake Town Hall. On Thursday, the 27th, from 3 until 6 PM, there's a Safe Kids Day at Bladen County Park. Moving over to July, at 8 AM on Monday the 1st, there's a prayer service here. On Tuesday, the 2nd, the ministerial meeting will be held at the hospital. Offices are closed on Thursday the 4th in observance of the Independence Day holiday. The Health and Human Services Advisory Committee meets on the 8th. The opioid meeting will be held on the 9th at 2 PM. The Summer Sounds Concert Series will begin at the Cape Fear Farmers Market on Thursday, the 11th, from 6 until 9. The NACO Annual Conference will be held in Las Vegas from Friday the 12th through Monday the 15th. There's a Sunset Jams Concert Series continuing at Golston's Beach on Thursday the 18th. The Board of Commissioners meets that month, if you'll notice, just once, and that's on Monday the 22nd at 6:30. And then there's the Summer Concert Series continues at Cape Fear Farmers Market on Thursday the 25th. So those are the things that we have identified for the calendar.
Mr. Martin,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, just the thoughts of the board. I know we got 2 more work sessions and then we meet the 17th. If we don't have our budget, then we definitely gotta meet the week of the 24th to approve the budget.
Okay.
So you don't wanna set that date, you just want to hold off.
So we gonna meet on the 7th and then again on the 10th, right?
We'll have to meet the week of the
On the
24th to
11th,
approve the budget in June.
So you're talking about the week of the 24th?
Yeah, I mean, just in case we don't have our budget approved by the
So like
17th,
set a tentative date until we have it approved and we
yeah,
just,
we won't meet.
I would say we should probably do that.
Good.
The 24th,
Yeah.
24th,
Yeah.
That's gonna be a scheduled meeting.
6:30.
It doesn't matter.
We don't have. Show motion, tell me.
Make a motion, we have to meet 6:30.
6:30,
On 24th.
Budget meeting 24th, just in case, 6:30. Second by
No second.
Mr. Cogdale. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Greg, we might not need it, but we
Okay, good, thank you.
need to be a safety valve. Okay, next item, Mr. Martin.
Okay, yes, sir. You have a proposed agreement with the Lumber River Workforce Development Board. And this is a variation from the existing agreement that has been approved by the Board of Commissioners. And it's related to the Hurricane Florence temporary employees. In the last bullet, under the host agency agrees to, states that furthermore, in exchange for the ability of participants to be eligible to utilize company vehicles while on duty, and that's a change. In the past, the agreement says that these employees cannot drive vehicles. This allows a provision for employees to drive county vehicles. And there's really 1 or 2 instances that are employees that we know, and one is Tammy, who Ryan mentioned tonight. She's been very involved in the hurricane flood recovery program, and so this would provide that opportunity.
Whose insurance do they fall
The
under?
counties, and we have sent that to our.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Cogdale, second by Ms. Tribble. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gregg.
Thank you.
Considering in closed session, according to NCG 143-318.11, 1, parentheses, 5, real property purchase. Is there a motion to go in closed session for this purpose?
Second.
Mr. Good, second by Mr. Trivett. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Consider yourself in closed session.